am back, and today I am doing a quick kind of chattier get ready with me. I don't talk too much about the makeup that I'm using, um, but I mostly just talk about life updates, how living in LA has been, and my thoughts on a couple random other topics. So if you enjoy that kind of thing and you are excited to see how I struggled to get this, actually, this is kind of a go-to look for me, so it wasn't too much of a struggle, but how I managed to get this makeup look, make sure to just keep watching. So to get started, I'm just going to go in with my Revlon Prime Plus Mattifying and Pore Reducing Primer. Just a pump of it on my fingers. And then I'm going to go in with my Smashbox 24-hour Studio Skin and a pump of my Coola Resilience BB sunscreen. Just a pump of each on the back of my hand. Okay, now that I've got words out of the way, I can say different words. English is my friend today. Life updates. Work is going well. There's not really much going on there. Fun things I've done recently. I went to the Getty, which is this beautiful museum, and I really want to go again because we also went to Huntington Gardens, and so we ran out of time at the Getty. We reached a point where we're like, oh, we need to go in order to make our tickets for Huntington Gardens, which Huntington Gardens and Library, it's just this beautiful, huge landscaped space, and it's got a library and some buildings with art and stuff like that in them. I have a bunch of themed gardens. It's like a botanical garden. That's essentially what it is from what I understand. It was beautiful. We spent so much time in the rose gardens, and then my dad and I went and looked at all the bonsai trees in the Japanese garden, and then my mom went and explored the herb garden. There was just a ton of stuff to do, so that place would be cool to go to again as well, but the Getty is what I'm okay, I need to go there again before I leave. I'm just going to quickly go in with my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in Light Sand. But yeah, it was fun to spend some time. I also got to see my grandparents more recently, so that was cool. We went to the beach and got fish and chips, which is what my grandpa really wanted to do because he loves fish and chips more than anything else in this world, so that was really fun getting to spend time with him. And yeah, I am really looking forward to, I finally finished the class that I was taking. So I was taking a philosophy class on top of work. Normally it wouldn't have been a crazy workload, but the class was only 5 weeks long, so it was double speed. And so stuff already moves quickly on the quarter schedule. Double speed on the quarter schedule. It's basically taking 2 classes instead of 1. And so it was really interesting though. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna switch my major or anything, but it was cool. It was an intro to philosophy class, so we read Plato, Mill, and Marx. So it was kind of 3 very different takes on political philosophy. And so I'm just going to go in with a little more concealer under my eyes. One thing that's kind of vapid is my forehead has been breaking out like crazy. The rest of my face is pretty much fine. My chin's a little angry right now, but that's a hormonal thing, I think. I don't understand what my forehead's so angry about. I would expect this portion of my face to break out a ton because I wear masks, and just wearing the mask sometimes will irritate my skin. I have just genuinely no clue. My only thought process or my only hunch is that like I touch my forehead more, because like I'll go to touch my face and like this part of my face is covered and this isn't. But like other than that, I just genuinely have no clue what my face is so angry about. It's getting frustrating. Um, it's just frustrating because I don't know what it is, and I haven't changed anything in like my skincare routine really. Um, so I don't know. We shall see when it goes away. Um, and then this week, I'm supposed to go, or I want to go see some stand up. So that'll be really fun. I was stalking this. Okay, I'm gonna say stalking like as a joke. I wasn't legitimately stalking, but there was this one comedy club that generally had pretty good lineups. So I was like, okay, like I'll just wait until this place has a lineup that I really like, and then I'll go. And so I was checking their lineups, and then I missed one that had Iliza Schlesinger, who is my favorite stand-up comedian of all time. If you like stand-up and you don't know who she is, go. I'll like link something of hers in the bio of this video because she's hilarious. I really wanted to see Taylor Tomlinson while I'm down here, but she scheduled this tour and she's gonna be not in LA for like the entire 6 months that I'm here. It's fine. It is what it is. But I was like, Taylor. And then, anyways, and then it had Dave Spade and I'm blanking on his name. He plays Daryl in The Office, Doug Judy in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He's in a bunch of other stuff too. He's really funny. His bits are hilarious, and so I can't remember his name. It starts with a C, I want to say. Anyways, I'm just gonna sit here and be annoyed with myself unless I move on. Anyways, so yeah, there was that lineup on last Tuesday. I'm sitting in bed having just like a me night, and I see that lineup, and it's like, oh, show starts at 8. It's 8:30, and it's like a 30-minute drive from where I am. Like if I ran out and hopped in the car, it'd be a 30-minute drive to get there. So I was like, I can't show up an hour late. Plus, I did a little bit of digging, and I think this club might be just 21 plus, which I have a little ranty time about that later, but whatever. So I was like, crap. So I was looking at their other stuff, and then I just went straight to Iliza Schlesinger's page because I'm like, oh, if she does a show with them again there, she'll probably announce it, and then I can see it there. And then she was doing shows at other places in LA, and I was like, why am I so attached to this one comedy club when I could, like, just follow a couple comedians that I really want to see, and then when they announce that they're going to be somewhere, just go there. So, and then I looked up 18 plus comedy clubs, like ones that I can get into, and so I also started looking into those so that if, like, I can't figure out how to get into a show with someone I really like, I can maybe find a lineup of theirs or just go there. Like, I mean, I'm not super picky, so anyways, yeah, I was like sitting there kicking myself. So I think this week I'm going to stalk Iliza on her social media platforms, and by stalk I mean check them, like with the intention of seeing if she has gigs announced, and then because she'll usually like the day of be like, oh hey, I'm gonna be here. I'm sure she like plans it more in advance. It's not just like on the whim, but I don't know how to check where she'll be other than the last minute, hey, I'm gonna be here tonight. So right now she's in Vegas. That's unideal for me. So I'm just gonna wait till she gets back, and then I'm also gonna see, I really love Josh Wolf, he's hilarious. Bert Kreischer, always 10 out of 10. Fortune Feinster, I mean, is really funny. Winnie Cummings, A+. Taylor Tomlinson is one of like my favorite stand-up comedians. She's just in Madison right now. It's fine. Where did that go? My trusty back of my hand wiper offer. If I don't get this pomade off of the back of my hand, like within like a couple of minutes, it like stains my hand, or it won't come completely off unless I like use copious amounts of makeup remover, and I don't like washing the back of my hand with a bunch of makeup remover every morning, so I've just learned to have a towel present, and then it's still a little bit there, but not enough to bother me. And so yeah, I'm gonna hopefully see some stand-up. I'll take some of the people who I'm doing the internship with me, so hopefully that'll be fun. I'll just text the group chat like, I'm doing this. Whoever wants to come, great. Whoever doesn't, have a lovely evening. That's just how I like doing plans, unless it's really crucial that like certain people have to be there. Cause like, I don't know. Have you ever been in a group chat where it's like, well, we could do this or this or this, and people, like 3 of the 8 people respond with, oh, that'd be fun. And then like 3 hours pass, no one has made a decision. We still haven't heard from the other 5 people. And like, at that point, someone either needs to say, we're doing this at this time, get in the car or don't. Or you end up never going anywhere. And so that's kind of what ends up happening with this group, which I'm fine with, because if it's something I really want to do, I'll make the executive decision. And if it's something that I don't really want to do, then I don't care very much. I'm one of those people where I have equal amounts of fun, like going to a brewery and hanging out with people, as I do sitting in my room watching YouTube, filming, doing stuff like that. So I'm not too bothered when plans fall through. Yeah, so that's been fun. When my mom was down, we went into like a Nordstrom, and it was National Lipstick Day. So they were like, oh, lipsticks are on sale, blah, 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 at MAC. And my mom was like, you don't want a lipstick? And I was looking, and there were pretty colors. But I honestly was like, oh, I have something similar at home. And I realized project painting has really changed the way that I consume specifically makeup, but also just kind of consume stuff in general. Between getting into budgeting and personal finance, project painting, and then also trying to live like more low waste, shopping just isn't as appealing anymore. I do like in-person shopping, I feel like I should clarify, because I do like online shopping, because online shopping I can pick out something I like, or I can be like, okay, I want a belt, and then I can be like, okay, what companies can I order, where can I order a belt from? And then I can be like, okay, this company is 1% for the planet, and blah 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 blah, it's vegan, or whatever I want. I haven't shopped for a belt. This is a bad example. And then I can wait and order whatever it is when it feels right for me. Shopping in person, I just kind of get like, honestly, a little bit overwhelmed, and then I'm like, I'll just not get anything, because I don't want to buy more stuff that I won't use. It's really funny because my closet at school and my closet here, they're kind of empty. Like it's not empty, but I could fit a ton more stuff in there. And every time an adult in my life is like, oh, your closet looks kind of empty, I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, you need to fill it up. But then whenever I'm packing up my clothes to like move or go somewhere, I'm like, I have so much stuff. And it made the phenomenon of people will like buy bigger houses, and then they fill that bigger house with more stuff and more people and things like that, and then they'll want a bigger house, and it like is this like progression that's common in the United States. We talked about this in my economics class, and I was like, this is so true, because when I'm in a space that hypothetically could fit more, the automatic reaction from a lot of people, including myself sometimes, is like, oh, you can get more things. But like, I don't know, I could probably get rid of half of my t-shirts and be equally happy, and I would probably still wear the same t-shirts that I wear now. So then I'm like, so I need less t-shirts. I just have a hard time letting go of stuff like t-shirts because a lot of them have sentimental value. Like, I have one that I don't wear a ton because it's white and I don't trust myself with white clothes. But my best friend got it for me, and it's from her university. So I don't want to get rid of it because every time I look at it, it makes me think of her. It makes me super happy. So I would never get rid of it, but I wear this, like, I have 3 of the same black t-shirt that I wear all the time because I am lazy and I wear the same black t-shirt all the time. And so, I don't know, it was weird going shopping with my mom, and I was just constantly like, no, I don't want anything, or I don't need anything, and that's definitely different to how I think I was in high school, and also different to how I think I was even as a freshman in college, because when I first started college, I had this mentality where I was like, I don't have my mom around constantly, so I need to stock up on certain things. So like we would always go to Target and I would get like cotton swabs and things like that. And now I'm a little bit more used to being on my own, and I don't feel that same like need to stock up on stuff whenever she's around. So I think it's a little bit it's as surprising for her as it is for me. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna line my waterline with my Cargo Smooble's eyeliner in Black Sea, hit my lashes with my L'Oreal Lash Voluminous Princess Paradise Primer, whatever it's called, and my Bare Minerals Lashtopia, and I will be right back. So I am back, and I've done my lashes. I have been really enjoying this combination lately, and I'm really loving this eyeshadow. This is the shade Boss from my Pan That palette, which I will be filming an update about that soon, so I'm not going to be showing it. And yeah, so eyes done, mostly. Now on the face. I think I was talking about shopping right before this, or stand-up. I'm not sure. I forget, so I'm just going to start a new topic, and hopefully I somewhat summed up my thoughts on the last one. I'm just going to go in with the bronzer shades from my Tarte Park Avenue Princess palette. Yes. Okay, so I realized coming to LA just how much of many people's social life revolves around drinking, and it has kind of put a little bit of a damper on things while I'm here, because it's not like, oh, I don't want to drink, so I can't participate in that. It's, I can't get into places. Like, there's a lot of comedy clubs that are 21 plus, and there's a lot of, like, places to go dancing, or open mics, or things like that that I would like to go to, that I can't because I'm not 21. And I get that alcohol sales is a large part of a lot of these businesses, like, ability to stay open, and I don't want to take that away from them, but it, especially considering I'm pretty much the only 20-year-olds in this group of co-ops, it's hard because they want to go and do things and they either can't because I'm coming with them, or I end up being like, okay, never mind, I just won't go. Um, and like, they keep forgetting, which I'm not expecting them to plan their whole lives around me, but there's a moment in every conversation where like, let's do this, and I'm like, cool, can I go? And they're like, of course you can come, like, we wouldn't exclude you. I'm like, no, can I get in? And they're like, oh yeah, no, you can't. It's happened a bunch of times, and so it's becoming kind of a bummer, but I mean, hopefully I can find some cool places that I want to go to, that I can go to. And then if not, there's always museums. There's a ton of museums around down here that I want to go to. I realized I've been here for a little under 2 months, and that kind of scared me because I was like, holy crud, like, time's really just like flying by. And so I don't know, it startled me a little bit. I was like, I only have so many more months to do all these things on my to-do list. And I don't have a ton of stuff on my to-do list, but I mean, I don't know, I feel like weekdays are hard to do things like that, so I have only so many weekends left. Especially since one of the weekends I know I'm going to be in SLO, one of the weekends I know I'm going to be in Sacramento, and one of the weekends it's Thanksgiving, so I'm going to be with my family, so that's 3 less weekends, and I only have like 12 less, so I have 9 weekends to do everything on my to-do list. So we have bronzer, highlighter. I'm gonna do a tad more blush because I want to look like I have been sunburnt in these respective. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, it's been fun so far, but I haven't really done many of the things on my to-do list because I've had so many people visiting me or wanting me to go back up to SLO, because I've visited my college town 3 out of the 7 weekends I've been here. And then I had family members visiting me the 3 other weekends, or three of the non-San Luis Obispo weekends. And so that's left 1 weekend where I just had it completely to myself, where I was just deciding what I wanted to do completely on my own. So I'm gonna start saying no to more plans, because I don't know, I realized the value in enjoying my own company a lot in the past year or so, in the sense that I would rather do something that I enjoy by myself than do something I don't enjoy in order to like be a part of the group. And that's not to say that I don't love my friends, because I adore my friends. It means more for me that I would rather go to a museum by myself than go to a cool bar with a group of people I don't know very well. And that's the options that I have right now. If my like closest friends were here and they really wanted to go do something, like spending time with my close friends definitely is like up there. But often, like, my closest friends I can go do a lot of the things that I want to go do with. So I really have to make that choice. I'm really learning to make the choice for myself now. To really, like, I don't know, sit in my own presence. I mean, right now I'm in an empty room filming, and the group is going somewhere. I don't know. I didn't want to go, so I wasn't listening. That sounds bad. No, I knew I wanted to film and grocery shop and meal prep, and I wanted to do that so that I could um, just kind of feel a little bit more recharged. And so I knew I wasn't going to do whatever they were doing. I don't even remember what it was. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. And then, oh, quick thing. I was just curious. I saw that Addison Rae has launched a makeup line, and I had feelings about it. They were mostly negative. For me, I was mostly confused as to why she was. I can understand why she, as an influencer person, likes the idea of her own brand. That I completely understand. If someone came up to me and was like, "Hey, do you want to create your own makeup line?" I would probably be like, "Yeah, I do," because I love makeup, and it would be really cool. It would be a really cool experience. I just maybe I'm not a cool enough Gen Z, or I'm not young enough, or I don't watch enough TikTok or something to like really buy into her aesthetic. But I don't know. I feel like there are people who I would buy makeup from, and then there are people where I'm like, what gives you the qualifications to own a makeup line? And if there aren't any, how much of this makeup line is actually yours? That's the thought process I had when I saw that, which, I don't know. It could be kind of petty of me. I could be very petty right now, and if I am, you can tell me. Like, I won't get offended. I just was like, what is this? And then I keep getting ads for it on my phone, and I'm like, no, phone, I know I'm young, but I'm not. Don't you hate it when the targeted ads on your phone don't get you? And then I was watching the beauty news update for this month, and I don't know if I just didn't get far enough, but I thought I did, and they didn't cover it, and so I was like, guys, I know you have something snarky to say about this. I wanted someone else. If Beauty News Duo came out with makeup line, I would buy the crap out of that because they have their hands in so much product. I would trust anything they came out with. But yes, that is everything that I have for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you weren't a little bit too deterred by my little ranty times. I was just kind of updating you about my life, and I think the past couple weeks of my life I've been kind of tired, so the things that made it on my like to talk about list were more on the ranty side of chatty, but nevertheless I always love stopping and doing my makeup with you guys. So if you enjoyed this kind of video, make sure to check out the description link in the box below. The link to my Get Ready With Me playlist in the description box below. I will also link Iliza's channel because she is wonderful, and I hope that you go and check out some of her stand-up. And other than that, I hope you are all having a wonderful, wonderful day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks, guys!